Well, I don't like being compared to a white woman because they don't
I
have the
don't.
same
I'm not
background as a
comparing.
black
I don't.
woman
I'm
as a
comparing
black
marital
man in
rate.
our
Don't
trauma.
overtalk me
Let's
on
be
my channel.
clear.
Don't overtalk me on my channel. I'm comparing marital rates. I don't care. I'm not comparing you to white women.
Well, you just said white
I
woman.
said the next lowest group of married women are white women. That's what I said.
Well, just relax. I don't necessarily know
Are
if it's
you a
bad.
six-figure earner?
Yes,
Okay. How many children do you have?
I don't have children yet.
You're a six-figure earner, divorcee with no children. Mm-hmm. Are you happy?
I'm extremely happy. I think I'm
Really?
a little too happy
Well,
alone.
you too happy?
I'm in a relationship. Um, However, it's taking a little longer than I'd like for us to get married, and so I've
How
decided
long you been in a relationship?
for 4 years.
Does he have any children?
No, he does not.
Does he earn more than you?
Uh, yes, he does.
Are you guys in a monogamous, committed relationship?
We are.
Did he want to marry you?
He says he does.
Did you enter this relationship with the intention of getting married day one? Were you dating to be married from day one?
We both
Were you
got a
dating to be
divorce at
married from
the
day
same.
one?
We both
I'm,
got a.
I'm asking you. I can't talk. I don't want to talk for him. Were you dating from day one with the intention to be married?
Those are always my intentions to build a foundation. Yes.
No, I asked a very specific question. You can't play word games with me. So I'm going to try one more time. When you started dating this man, were you dating this man with the intent of being married?
Yes.
Okay, in what time frame?
Considering that we both went through a divorce,
In what time frame?
I say 3 to 4 years, like right now.
3 to 4 years. Why did you need 3 to 4 years if you started dating with the intention to be married on day one? Where does that make any sense in the world?
I don't know. I think I figured that would be the average amount of time to.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? 3 to 4 years for dating before marriage. Can't make this shit up, people. What did I say? Women are the reason marriages don't happen because you take forever.
Well, it's not me that's holding it.
Well, no, ma'am. Yeah, it is because if you said you're dating with the intention to be married, you set the time frame of 3 to 4 years, and I'm saying it takes what, a month to six at best.
A month.
There have been six couples that have 5 couples that have gotten married in my Facebook group, and they've been married in less than 6 months. They've met each other and getting married in under 6 months. 3 years? Did your grandmother date your grandfather for 3 years?
No.
No. So why don't we just rewind and say, you know what? I may not like the way you said it, Kevin, but even based upon what I'm saying, we don't know how to date because if I use myself as an example, you're the very woman I'm talking about. Successful, college educated, and all this other stuff. 6 figures, happy, but no closer to marriage today than you were 4 years ago. And you still in a relationship with somebody who ain't put a ring on your finger in 4 years? He ain't got the problem. You do.
I don't know if it's that simple.
It is that simple. You should leave.
I
If you want to
haven't.
be married,
Yeah, I
why are
don't
you
think.
with somebody who ain't put a ring on your finger in 4 years?
Well, actually, I'm in the process of kind of just pouring in my own cup until it play out.
So again, folks, this is why I say women are too don't know how to pick men. Listen to what I
I
said.
really don't
Listen to what I
feel that
said.
it's
Audience, I'm
fair.
talking to you, audience. Everything I've said, whether you like it or not, this woman has proved it. 4 years. You said you started dating this man with an intention to be married. It
Okay,
does
so
not take
tell
four
me
effing years.
what I should do
Well,
without forcing
first of all,
marriage.
first off, after your divorce, did you get any therapy?
Yes.
All right. Why did you and your first husband divorce?
Whew. We were not
Who
good.
filed for divorce?
Um,
Who filed for divorce?
It was a mutual
Who
decision.
filed for divorce?
It was
Who
mutual.
filed for divorce?
I um
Who filed for divorce?
it would
Who filed for divorce?
I can't necessarily
Who
answer
filed
that
for
question.
divorce?
I did.
Thank you. It's not a very hard question. You filed for divorce.
Well, in that
You filed
marriage,
for the
I
ma'am,
was.
ma'am. You just filed for divorce. That's all I'm
Okay,
asking.
but tell
You
me if you
filed,
think
no,
I
ma'am.
was
You
wrong
filed
for
for
filing for
divorce. You
divorce.
filed for
I
divorce. You
married a
filed. You
man that
filed
didn't
for
have a
the. You
job.
filed. You filed for the. You picked him. You married him. You picked him, and you filed for divorce. Like I said, again, you can't make this shit up. You didn't pick the right the first time. You should have been picking somebody without a job, getting married, and then you wrecked your own home. You left a man who didn't have a job. You
Well,
knew
he
what he
had
was.
potential for us to.
I don't care.
Okay.
This is what I mean. You guys pick on potential and shit. This is why I say college educated, independent, earner, making these kind of decisions. You'd be better off if a man would be able to direct you. But this is the first go round. You said you had therapy. If you've had therapy, then that means you should, if you work the program process, you should be making better decisions afterwards. And now you're in a relationship of 4 years and you still ain't married. The only common denominator in all this chaos is you. The man doesn't want to marry you. Now, it's either one of two things. One, does he want to get married? Are you a wife? Because it's been my experience, a marrying man, a man who wants to get married, they snap women up who are wives like this. Women who are truly wives, men
Oh,
rush to pull them off the market.
trust and believe. I've been proposed to several times. I feel the same.
That's not a real, that did not make your case any better.
I mean, I feel that when a man knows what he wants, he doesn't,
That didn't make it any better,
waste
man.
any time.
That made it absolutely worse. But if that's the case, then you should know better. And why are you with somebody for 4 years if you've seen that? See,
So you
that's my
don't think
point.
it's a little bit different that we both have
Nope.
gone through divorce,
Nope.
went through
Nope.
a bad
Nope. I don't.
experience?
Nope. I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact of the matter is he probably hit your spot the right way, and you making something try to work that ain't meant to work.
Fair enough.
That's why men should be in charge of this stuff because y'all are too emotional. What did that woman say? Because our feelings get involved and we get all emotional and the tingly places, and men can see things in other men that we can't see.
Men get
There,
emotional
hold
too.
on. And this is the stupid, excuse me, I'm going to say this. Y'all do this stupid shit all the time. Men do it too. Y'all
For
do it
sure.
too. That doesn't help you. The fact of the matter is, man, 4 years of wasted time. And I said, dating is dumb. It doesn't help you. Well, you need to know somebody. In 4 years, you ain't down the aisle. What you need, 20? How many years do you need to date before it works?
I don't know. People have so many secrets and
Ain't nobody.
so
No,
many
okay, so how you gonna know the
things
secret?
that you can
How you
find
so
out
so
later
so
when.
you need to know it. So in other words, thank you. This shit is going to probably go super viral because people are gonna think I paid you. Because man, I get what you're saying, and all it's fear based. People have so many secrets. So what do you think? You still spend the same amount of calendar years with that person. You're just not legally married, right? What are you protecting?
My assets.
Oh my fucking God. I did not pay this woman. I swear to God, I didn't pay her. I did not pay her.
I'm okay. So
Her
honestly, what am I?
assets.
What am I
Holy
protecting?
shit.
I'm protecting my future, the foundation that I want to build.
You have,
And
man,
let's be
you are
clear,
not
it's not
protecting your
me
future. Your most
necessarily as to
valuable
why we're
asset
not
is your
married.
time. Your most valuable asset as a woman is your time.
Absolutely.
And you've taken 4 years of your valuable time. You're 30 what?
9.
39. You are effectively done with children or a remote possibility.
No, not necessarily.
I said remote possibility. I don't care who you are, ma'am. You're past geriatric pregnancy. Most
No, I took
OBGYN,
all the tests. I'm not. I'm speaking from a place of knowing, not guessing.
I'm speaking from a place of science. Most OBGYNs don't recommend carrying a child past age 42. That's why I said remote. I didn't say none.
Okay.
Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. The need to be right tends to be heavy in our PhD'd women.
I'm a PhD.
That's why this whole thing, everything, men do it too, such and so forth. It's when the place where you're trying to get some information, still trying to be right. Bottom line is, man, You're trying to protect your asset. The most valuable asset any woman has is her womb and her time, and you wasted it. 4 years, and you don't have a ring, a commitment, no nothing. So if this is over, then what? You're gonna go back out there? You can't go back and be 29, 19. You're gonna be 40 years old with frozen eggs,
Possibly.
right?
A lot of women are having children at the age of 39 to 41 these days.
I
That
swear to
is a
God,
true fact.
God, I swear, guys, I swear to God, I didn't pay her.
I'm listening. I mean, can you answer this for me? I think I told you, okay, so I've wasted my time. I should have moved on. You say after a month or a year.
You shouldn't spend a year with nobody, especially as oh, you've been married and divorced. You should be better at picking than a young girl.
You don't think that the divorce rate would go up if
I
people
don't give a
just
shit about the divorce rate. I'm talking about you.
okay?
See, notice how every time we start getting specific, they want to get general and talk about everything else except the person in the mirror. You. Why'd you pick you? The man you picked to marry had no job or
Well,
low earning.
he worked in construction and he had gigs, but in terms of us being equally yoked financially,
Then
not
why
so
didn't you
much.
marry a
But he
guy
was
that you met
really
at
smart
college? Why
and
didn't you? Well, since you've been proposed to before, didn't you say you've been proposed to
yes,
before their first husband?
yes.
Why didn't you pick one of those guys? Because they didn't make me tingle.
It's actually a funny story. You don't want to
No, I
know.
really don't. It's not funny. None of this shit's funny to me. I get tired of seeing so many of our sisters unmarried, childless, and sad, trying to act
Well,
like
I
you're
found out
happy.
that the other two proposals, one I was way too young, and the second one before my marriage, he was like a con artist, and I found out that
It's always something.
no, this was
You
serious.
picked a you picked a guy who was unequally financially yoked, but you picked him.
I did. I believed in him.
Then why'd you stop? You walked down the aisle and you committed to him.
Oh, I went to court and committed to him. Yes,
You went down the aisle and committed to him. Went down the court. They still use the same vows.
yes,
And you said your mother's Muslim.
she is,
Are
and
you a believer in anything?
I'm Christian.
Ain't none of this shit Christian. I mean Christianity, if nothing else, tells you definitely your place. Your place is where Eve was. Help me, support system. So after the first one, and you were out of alignment, picking somebody who could not cover the garden, much less cover you, then you decide to get therapy. Cool. Then you're in something for 4 years.
It was a great 4 years. We've traveled.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad, but it's a four. But again, she's. I swear, guys, what I say, they don't mind wasting their time. Some women don't mind having babies, but it's still nothing. You've got nothing. You got no husband, nothing on that. You wasted 4 years protecting your assets. No disrespect, ma'am, but unless you are wealthy, what you have as assets ain't worth a whole lot. But it's all you got. And it's easier to say you'd rather have money than this. You didn't marry
I
a
mean,
man
what
who
I
wants to
have is
marry
my
you.
happiness. I'm very content.
Okay, then you shouldn't be worried about getting married either. So if you're happy, then if you're happy, then marriage shouldn't be on the table. You should be right here.
Well,
There should be a
I don't
next
have
level.
control of things. I just let
You
life.
know what?
I don't have. I like I said, I'm not the one who don't want to get married. I don't have control. To your
You don't
point,
have
yes,
control of what? You have
it's
control of whether or
easier
not you're in a
said
relationship with a
than
man you don't want
done
to marry. It's not easier said than done.
to walk away from someone that you love more than anyone ever. That's
Guys,
not
guys,
easy.
listen, go back to the beginning where Amira was saying, this is why you get married because you're going to be with somebody and have sex and get all involved and make stupid decisions. This is all I need. This is going to be the only interview I need because this is picture perfect. And sadly, this is too much the case. And instead of just admitting, I don't know how to pick, I pick wrong. And I pick based upon things that don't work. And saying you're happy, a happy woman will be with her man and doing something else right now. I'm not talking about I don't have control. What do you mean don't have control? You
I mean, I,
said you want to be married. That's what you said you wanted.
to the right person, yes.
Oh, now you're gonna start the bargaining part. So now he's not the right person.
Absolutely. Like I said, it's not.
So you said you want to be married to the right person. The implication in that sentence is he wasn't the right person. So he is the right person. You want to be married to him, yes or no?
I do want to marry.
Then
I mean,
then
we're
if you
not
want to be married to
perfect,
him,
but
when
yes.
do you want to marry him? 10 years from now?
No, like I said, I'm ready now.
Then
I'm not going to force his hand.
how can you be happy with somebody you say you want to marry right now and you don't have a wedding ring, a proposal, or any plans in the future?
We have plans.
Where's the
Their
wedding ring
own
and the
words. I
proposal?
mean, I agree. Words, it's not it.
And this is happy. This is
I mean,
modern
happy.
women.
My happy isn't dependent upon
This is
my.
why dating is dumb for modern women. You don't know how to pick.
Well, it's easier said than
I
done.
don't want to
We
hear all
live in
this,
the
man.
American
It's not easier
culture.
said than done. No, no. You live in a dysfunctional culture where you guys have been allowed complete freedom and you don't know how to pick. That's the problem. So all them women back and who had all those restrictions. What one thing you don't find a lot from women when these cultures where they get married quickly, arranged, they're much happier than you are because they're in their natural roles. They got their family, their kids, their husbands. They don't have all this trauma from all these broken relationships. They don't have all the they don't have all these dudes that they've been bouncing back and forth with because they've been with one person. Y'all a
I
bunch of
agree. What you
trauma.
put your book back on?
So what do you got?
I have
$100,000 in a pen, $100,000 and 100,000 miles on a heart, and nothing to show for it. And it's time we start saying this shit. This doesn't work, man. How do families come out of this? How does a community come out of this? It doesn't, because there's no next step. It's perpetual high school. So I don't care about your income, your education. If we're gonna move through life like a bunch of damn high schoolers at the beginning, courting, we talking, we enjoying each other, we never grow the fuck up.
Yeah, it's bad, and I'm not trying to pinpoint, but I feel that from my experience and my friends' experience, um, there is a lot of men that do not respect women. We're not just
Ma'am,
running
I don't want to hear
around
about men.
unhappy, not getting
I don't want to
married.
hear. No, 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 no. I want to hear about this.
I,
So I'm not. I'm talking to you and your man. I will not let you come on here and talk about all these men and make it their problem. Go to Oprah. Go to the View. Go somewhere else. That ain't this channel. The man you with don't respect you.
um,
The man
the,
you with, does he respect you or not? The
the
man you with, does he respect you? Yes or no?
in some areas,
Then
no,
why are you there?
because I
Thank
feel.
you. You're a strong,
But
independent. You're
he's
an independent.
progressing. He because
If
he
he
is
doesn't
taking
respect you, why are you there?
because he's taking the necessary steps
Because
he
you're
holds
choosing
himself
to be with a
accountable.
man.
One,
Because
that's important.
you're choosing to be with a man that doesn't respect you. Just like you chose to be with a dude that was unequally financially yoked. You don't know how to pick what works.
I
So
don't
don't tell
disagree.
me about the men that are out there because you've been proposed to many times. What about all the guys that were suitable and willingness? Did they make you tingle?
You gotta have a team, right?
Yeah, and this is what you get you
Okay. Okay.
tingling and alone.
I take it. I
I
take
don't
it.
find it funny. I don't find it funny because in the
I know
West,
I
like it or
find it
not, I
funny
don't know. I'm
because
gonna tell
I'm
you why
not
I don't
gonna
find it
kid
funny.
myself.
I don't
So
find it funny
I
because just like in the West, you're the next lowest married group of women is white women at 54%. They're the original feminists and womanists, but you know what they had enough sense to do? Get married, have families.
well, I don't like being compared to a white woman because they don't
I
have the
don't.
same
I'm not
background as a
comparing.
black
I don't. I'm
woman, as a
comparing
black
marital
man
rate.
in our
Don't
trauma.
overtalk me
Let's
on
be
my channel.
clear.
Don't overtalk me on my channel. I'm comparing the marital rates. I don't care. I'm not comparing you to white women.
Well, you just said white
I
woman.
said the next lowest group of married women are white women. That's what I said.
Just relax.
Don't tell me relax. You gonna try to do this racial shit? That's not what I was doing.
Okay. I just get. I feel if I can um share my opinion, I feel like you have a lot of tension when it comes to women. I'm not going far left and saying that you don't like women and you bash women, but I feel that there's tension here, and for Black women in particular. And I think that you have to go a little deeper than
I have
the
no patience for I have no patience for things that don't work when you are supposed to be educated, intelligent, independent, and you can look at facts, data, statistics, and you can make good business decisions for companies and corporations that you work for. But in your personal life, you decide to be stupid. I have no patience for foolishness. When you can be a college educated woman and then turn around and marry a broke construction worker. No, I don't, because it affects our Black community. Because you know what comes out of this? 1 out of 4 of our women will get married when the next group of people are married at a rate of 54% or higher. That's how come they have generational wealth. That's why their dollar circulates anywhere from 7 days to 16 days and ours circulates 6 hours. That's why Black boys are reading at the 4th grade level. That's why Black boys and Black girls are at the bottom. I have no patience, because you women are the first teachers of children, and 80% of our children are coming out of single mother homes. Got no patience for that shit. And why do you?
I didn't say I didn't.
Hmm.
You know, it's my journey. Moving forward, I appreciate your advice.
Appreciate it.
It's quite funny how Kevin Samuels was able to finish up this entire chat with this 39-year-old woman without chasing her, because she was quite frustrating. You know, at some points she was quite frustrating, but Kevin Samuels hung in there and was able to complete the chat, you know. Now, I don't know what's wrong with women, you know. They have expectations of the world rotates around them. This is a woman that found it difficult to confess or to speak out to Kevin Samuels that she was the one that ended her first marriage. I think she was a little bit embarrassed in her peers having a man who was jobless, who didn't have a job. To me, I don't even find that true. In my mind, I find the facts are hidden far beyond what Kevin Samuels was able to pick from her. I feel like she's a kind of she's a lady that had a man that had a lower job compared to what she wanted. Well, going with the facts, she had a guy who was unemployed and she felt she couldn't hang in there. She decided to end the marriage by calling for divorce. Her call. Now, she's with another guy and they've been together for the last 4 years, and the guy hasn't yet proposed, and that's frustrating her, you know. Now, Kevin Samuel comes out with the facts by reminding her that, girl or lady, you're about to stop conceiving, even with the science, with the facts that of course, you know, women can go on and they hibernate the eggs, you know, all that science. Kevin Samuels has come out to inform her, of course, which is the truth, that, you know, you can't keep hiding or you can't keep that for long, you know. There's a time when you stop conceiving, and there's a time when you can't hold it, you know. And she needs to be reminded that she is 39 years old. Any good man that would want to marry her for a better future, the man isn't there, you know. She's 39 years old. She's 39 years, and the probability of getting a proper man that will marry her, it's dying, you know. And she has wasted the last 4 years with a guy, and the guy isn't proposing. And that's why Kevin Samuels came in and asked her, maybe it's you who's the problem, you know. Because when a man comes into your life and the man sees you as a proper wife, a proper mother, those are the kind of women that even get married very fast at 22, proper, and they are still in marriage up to 50 years. But here we have a woman who's 39 years old, in a relationship with a guy, and nothing is going on. And she seems frustrated to an extent that she has no kind words for the current guy. She feels like she's wasting time with the guy she has at the moment. You know, many times we want to criticize Kevin Samuels for the approach, for the tone, but we need to deeply look down into our lives and see that sometimes it's our fault, it's our lives, it's everything that comes into our lives. We are purely responsible for all that. She needs to work better. And I think most women need to realize that life doesn't rotate about you. You need to make yourself a proper woman for you to get a guy to marry you. You need to be better. You need to live a life that is better for you to stand a chance of a man having you forever. Have proper manners. Talk well to your man. Do what the man wants, and chances of you being married are more. But in this case, she's 39 years old, she's not yet married, and she thinks Kevin Samuel is the problem. Well, I want to leave some thoughts of what other people think about Kevin Samuels, and they're here. Here they come.
Kevin does a great job representing the thought process that high-value men have and how they view women as potential partners. He is sometimes rude, looking at his phone during interviews, and occasionally dragging out his side of a conversation longer than ideal, as a snapshot into men's minds. He's pretty spot on and gives most women a fair shot at making their point. Most of the women he has on his show are laughably delusional in regards to their desirability and understanding of how men view them and the world at large. While Kevin Samuels may be rude and harsh, there are truths to what he speaks to. Most of his videos address women trying to obtain a high-value man, and a lot of what women state they want is someone with tons of money, 6 figures or above. If they don't state it outright, women indirectly ask for it when they come on his shows. I've listened to him, and he consistently asks what they are looking for and if the women want to work. Most say they want a 6-figure man and don't want to work, or pay less than 50% of the household bills. Which, if you critically think about this and not be put off by shock value, women are essentially saying, I want a rich man. Which is pretty shallow. So he's pointing out, you want that type of man, there is a cost. If a woman told you point blank, I want a rich man, anyone would have red flags going off, and women know this. So women tend to spin it with softer language. There is nothing wrong with wanting a rich man, but that comes with a different lifestyle and cost. Just like saying you want to date a bad boy, well, you better not be surprised when drama comes. Then the women that come on and say some shallow stuff of what they can offer. Think about it. If you're 6-figure, a millionaire, or even a billionaire, why would you want to settle for a woman who has kids or has an attitude or brings power conflicts in the relationship? That's a whole different breed of men you're dealing with. They are not ordinary in any sense. Plus, he's asked multiple times in his videos if women would marry and have kids with a $40,000 to $60,000 man and be happy staying with them. Most say no or work around it by saying, unless they have ambitions, which is code word with, I'll marry them if they want to continue gaining wealth and being rich. These points, I agree with when he brings it up. They are asking for cream of the crop men while hoping their baggage is overlooked or ignored. It doesn't work like that. If I was a rich and successful man, I'd go for what I want. Just like a beautiful woman won't settle for men that are not on their level, which is more the norm than not. I've met plenty of women that won't date me because of my height, ethnicity, or financial standing. A lot of women, in fact. And if you bring it up, the excuse is always something along of preference or something along that line. So if that's the case, don't be upset when it's turned back around. I just discovered him, and at first I thought he was super sexist and self-hating black man, but I was conflicted because I agreed with some things he said, like women don't deserve anything, especially not a high-value man. I started thinking past his crassness and need to perform for his audience, and realized my issue with him was that I thought he should be uplifting the black community and encourage equity. That's not his goal. His goal is to get people to have good relationships in today's society with all the racism and sexism that's present. He says high-value men do not want the lower 80% of women, which definitely sounds misogynistic, but that doesn't make it false. I thought about it more, and what he's really trying to get across is that a lot of women who don't work on themselves physically or professionally want to be considered high value without putting in the work. They want a high-value man so they can be considered high-value by association, which is flawed logic. It also plays into many women who have low self-esteem, and instead of working on themselves, they seek approval from others in relationships. High-value men don't think in terms of high value. They just want a partner who will bring what they will bring into a relationship. And that's what Kevin Samuels is trying to say. You'll be happier in a relationship where the two people expect and bring the same amount to the table. He's not wrong when he calls the women delusional for wanting the man to bring everything to the relationship but then have nothing to offer. The comments he makes about weight and appearance are fat-phobic, but again I think it's for shock factor or him being aware that society does look down on fat people, and to succeed in it today you need to realize that.
Again, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any comments, please, your thoughts, leave them in the comment section. I'll be back to share and talk about another video from Kevin Samuels. Again, I want to remind you to please subscribe. If there's something you really want to find, fact check, please go to Kevin Samuels' official YouTube channel, subscribe, follow, and let us know what you think. Have a nice time. Bye bye.